from Success with JS, and tonight we're going to be talking about, can you build a business, a MLM specifically? Can you build an MLM online only? I was just listening to one of my favorite mentors, Ray Higdon, and he was talking about how some people, you know, that they just want to go and build a business online. They're just thinking, I'm going to go and build a business online, and I'm just going to do it online. Because you know what? I tried building a business. I tried going, you know, through the motions with my MLM. My sponsors, they told me, talk to as many people as you can, and, you know, tell all your friends and family about it. And I told them all about it, and they don't want to talk to me anymore. So you know what? I'm going to do it online. So that's what I did, right? I started doing it online. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to just do it online. You know what? My friends and family, whatever, later they're going to figure out that what I was talking about 4 years ago is, you know, awesome, and they're going to come back, right? And I'll just do it all online, and that's how it's going to be. And, you know, I'll show them, right? And that's what I thought. And then maybe that's what you're thinking too. Maybe you're going on there, you're building your business online, you're posting on your links on Facebook, you're sending messages to all your friends about this awesome thing you're doing. All these friends, you're connecting with a whole bunch of people, sending friend requests, you know, on Facebook, or connecting on LinkedIn or on Twitter or Pinterest or Instagram or wherever, and you're just going and going and going and going, and that's it. And you're like, you know what? I'll just do with numbers, and I'll make it happen, right? Well, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I just discovered, you know, I just realized this, I guess, a while ago, and I just confirmed by Ray Higdon talking about it today in this training I listened to, and you can't do it online without talking to people. Sorry, well, basically, if you want to sell T-shirts, or you want to have your own, you know, business where you have a website or a shopping cart of some sort, or you just want to do affiliate marketing, you know, affiliate sales. Yeah, you can just do that online and never talk to anybody and just send emails and everything else. But if you want to build a network marketing business, an MLM, you got to talk to people. You're going to have to reach out to them. You're going to have to, you know, communicate with them either on Facebook. You know, you can't just be sending them links. You can't just be telling them, hey, you want to make money, whatever. You got to be having real conversations. Now, whether that means you're going to be chatting with them online or you're going to be talking to them on the phone, it's really up to you. But obviously the talking on the phone is better. Talking on video, even video sharing, Skype or whatever, that kind of stuff online. Zoom nowadays, there's a whole bunch of tools out there that let you do that. If you're going to do that, you're going to explode your business in no time, right? And I'm just starting that now. I've been doing online marketing for over a year now, and you know, I haven't really had the results that I was hoping for, right? I mean, I just haven't, but that's because I haven't really been talking to people. I haven't been focusing on that. I haven't been, you know, I've been learning and improving my skills, and I have been communicating over the last month or so, a lot more than I've been doing for the last, you know, a year and a half. But so, you know, results are coming. It's just that it's not just as easy as people make it out to be. It's just the same as, you know, if you go online and you look at these other trainers out there that are talking about what they did and what you need to do, and they're saying, you know, just do it for 90 days, or just do this, or just do that, and you do that, you're going to get some results. Like on me, I posted blogs for like 90 days in the beginning, and I got a ton of blogs, and I got a ton of followers, and I got a ton of things, and I have, you know, a bunch of connections, and I've been I'm making connections, talking to friends, building relationships. But you know, until I get to the point where I'm really connecting with people, making those people that I really get a feeling, you know, I've got lots of really kind of like friends online that I enjoy talking to, enjoy chatting, watching their particular stuff that they post, either on Snapchat, on Facebook, or wherever. I enjoy that. I do, and I think they're awesome. And then there's these other skills. You got to learn how to you know, ask the right questions, how to probe, how to get them to open up, right? And tell you about their problems, because the only way you're going to help them is if you can find a problem that they have and just help them to solve that problem, whatever the problem is. It could be they want to be home with their family. Lots of people, that's what they want. It could be they want to be able to retire and they're worried about their financial well-being. And oh, hey, by the way, hey Michael, how's it going? And Bonita, that's awesome, thanks for joining. And you know, it could be they want to save for their kids. You know, it could be they want to buy a house, they want to pay off their credit cards. But you don't know what their problem is until you talk to them. If you just send out a message to a whole bunch of people saying, hey, I can help you save your money for your kids, it's only going to work for the people that care. And even then, you know what? Most people, unless you build a relationship with them, they're not even going to care what you tell them, because they're not going to be interested in your thing unless they, you know you already. And that's the whole point of attraction marketing. Now, going back to the original question, can you build an MLM online? Of course you can. You know, there's lots of people doing it. But you have to realize that you can't build an MLM without talking to people. So if you're, you know, like I said earlier, if you're one of those people that doesn't like talking to people, you want to be in business because, you know, you want to make money, or you want to be home, or you want to save for your retirement, or you want to save for your kids, or you want to pay off your debt. And you know that the only way to do that is to increase your income, or you know, have a business. And you're like, well, I don't want to be talking to people. It didn't work. I tried that before. Then just don't be in MLM. Just find something else. There's a whole bunch of other things you can do online that doesn't require you talking to people. But if you like people, like me, I love talking to people. I love going to events. You know, I went to like 15, 20 big events. Okay, these big events for the company I'm with, and in the past too, and you know, more recently I've been to other non-company events that are trainings for online business, you know, network marketers, that kind of stuff. And I really enjoy being there and being around all these other people that have the same goal, that all want success, that all want to, you know, help others, right? Because that's in the end, that's what we really want. If we're in network marketing and we really like it, that's really what most of our motivations are, right? It's to help others and to see others' lives change, and to see, you know, being able to say, I helped that person was struggling, and now look at them, they're doing awesome. That's what motivates me a lot. I mean, sure, I want to be home, and, you know, I want to not have to have my boss ask me for vacation days like 6 months ahead of time, and sure, I don't want to have to go to work every day 9 to 5 or whatever the hours are, and not be able to take a day off in the middle of the week without, you know, getting a pay cut or cutting out my vacation time. Sure, I want that. Of course I want that. I think everybody does. Hey, Michael, yeah, that's a very good comment. Go wide, meaning connect with a lot of people. Go deep, meaning build strong relationships. Talk one-on-one, and be a human first, marketer second. Exactly. Connect with people. That's the primary thing. Just like Ray Higney was saying, actually, in the training I was talking about, he said, have a goal of connecting before, oh, geez, what was it that said? Connecting before, well, anyways, it meant connect before you worry about, you know, getting paid or whatever, right? And be a friend. Be somebody that others relate to. You relate to others, right? Find similarities between you and them, and build a relationship that way, right? It's not hard. It really isn't. It's just maybe not natural for everybody. It depends on, you know, the things you've done in the past and the skills you've got. And, you know, if you don't find it easy, if you're feeling like you're not able to do this easily, just go out and learn. There's a ton of trainings. I can point you in the direction of those. I can show you some of the books I've read. I can tell you about some of the audios I've listened to. That, you know, I've been doing personal development for 20 years more now. I mean, I didn't start in network marketing. When I first started, it was more about personalities and relationships and understanding, you know, health and things like that. Like, I read a book, I remember, a long time ago, from a guy called Michel Montignac. It was called Manger et Maigrir, which means eat and get thin. You know, there's a translation for it too, and there's other spin-offs of that technique or whatever, but the idea was that he talked about how, you know, I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's a complete tangent, but anyways, the point is that If I hadn't read that book, I wouldn't know about the fact that it's not just about not eating or just about exercising. The whole bunch of other things that are going on in your body that affect whether you lose weight or whether you gain weight and everything else, right? And I learned a lot in that book, and that was like 22, 23 years ago or something I read that. Since then, I've been reading all sorts of different things. I've been, anyways, it doesn't matter what I've been doing, but I'm just saying you need to be doing that if you want to succeed online. If you want to build a business online, if you want to build an MLM online, you have to learn the skills that are the number one skill that you have to learn in network marketing online is to connect with people. The same thing as if you were doing out in the street, if you were talking to strangers. If you go out there and you talk to strangers, well, okay, let's back up here. What is it that you really think you need to succeed? You need to have people look at your opportunity, and you need to have them think it's great, right? Well, there's a few things you need to do to be able to do that. First, you got to have people to talk to. You have to have people to look at it, and they have to like it. That's the third part is kind of interesting, because the first part is easy in the sense of, you just go out there, you start talking to people. You still have to learn skills there. You have to learn the skill of actually taking your courage and going out there and doing it, right? And then you have to take your courage to talk to people. Lots of us are nervous about that. We're scared about it. We have fears about rejection and things like that. So you got to get past that, and that takes practice and takes skills, right? But once you get to the point where you're going out there and you're talking to people, the next thing is figuring out how to get their contact information, right? Getting their number, right? So, and that again, that's another skill. It's all about how you talk to them, how you relate to them, how you the kinds of questions you ask, and the emotion that you have when you're talking to them. They have to feel that you're interested in them. It's not just asking questions and just being a robot. That's not going to work, right? So there's a lot of that. And then after you master these skills and you get their number, then you have to get them to watch your presentation, right? So watching your presentation is one thing, but what if you knew what they wanted so that they watch your presentation with the mindset that you put in their mind of what it is that they're going to get from it? That's part of the conversation. When you're first talking to them, you have to find out what their needs are, what their wants are, what they're looking for, what they're struggling with, so that it's a psychological thing. When you're talking to them, you have to be able to make them feel that they need this, right? And you know what? Here's the thing. If you can't do that, first of all, I'm not talking about the skills. I'm talking about if you can't do that, you're talking to somebody, you've learned the skills, you know how to do it and everything else, and you can't do it, well, that's because that person doesn't have that need. So it's okay that they don't have, hey, Gilles, how's it going? So it's okay that they're not, wanting to listen to your opportunity or whatever. You just move on. That's the whole idea. You got to be talking to people all the time. And the thing is that you can have these skills that you're doing to do it out there in the public. They're the exact same skills you need online. If you want to be building online, you have to be learning the same skills. Might be a little easier because you're not initially connecting with them in person, and especially when you do it on Facebook, say Facebook, because that's one of the bigger social media platforms. The cool thing about Facebook is that a lot of times when you go to their profile, you look at their profile, you see things that you would have no idea about if you saw them out on the street, right? So you've got a little bit of an advantage there. So there's a couple of advantages. First, there's that advantage, the ability to see into somebody's life. The second advantage is you're not, there in person, so maybe you're not as nervous, right, to communicate with them initially. But you still have to talk to them hopefully in person, either on video or phone. And the cool thing with the online now is you can talk to anybody anywhere in the world. Just using Facebook voice or whatever. You don't even have to pick up the phone. You can just talk through your computer, right? And that's the cool thing. So can you build MLM online? Yes, of course you can. Can you do it without talking to people? No, you can't. You have to talk to people. So that's it for tonight. I am going to let you have a good evening, and we'll talk later. And by the way, make sure that you reach out to me if you have questions about building a business online. I have access to these amazing tools that I can show you for free. Just send me a message or comment on this video that you're interested in learning about the tools, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, so have a great evening. We'll talk to you later.